Perfect. Perfect.
What's going on, people? I am Swerver, and this is the OpinionatedFactsmgr podcast. I'm joined by my amazing co-host, Journey to be great.
I'm gonna help you out. Yes.
Yeah, my amazing
Just start
co-host.
saying your own name.
Oh, yeah, I know.
You know what? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna let y'all introduce yourselves. Anyway, to our listeners, man, thank y'all for the continued support, and don't forget to like, subscribe if you like this type of content. On this podcast, our mission is to build better relationships within the community through using the power of conversation. But I'm gonna take it back a little bit because I don't want to be rude. Ladies, how y'all doing today?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good.
I'm doing amazing. Thank you so much for asking about me. You know, sometimes I feel left out, but thank you so much.
Oh my goodness.
But anyway, y'all, our two topics today is going to be about overthinking in a relationship. And Journey wants to talk to us a little bit about thoughts, thinking about what you think about. Now, it confused the hell out of me too. But I think she's going to be able to clear it up for us, man. Give us a minute.
Yeah, hopefully I can give you some clarity.
All right, Journey.
So I just want y'all to take a wild guess. How many thoughts do you believe you have a day?
Go ahead, Joy.
I'm gonna say around 200.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna go about four. I got to be right above 201. I'll take 201.
Okay, well, y'all are wrong.
Well, excuse me.
But according to, I actually came across two different articles, but according to this, the average human has about 60,000 thoughts every single day. And the other article I seen, it said 70,000.
Wow.
Yeah. So this article was titled "The Impact of 45,000 Negative Thoughts." This was found on insightspeak-dynamics.net. But anyway, if we have 60,000 thoughts a day, they were saying of those 60,000, 75% are usually repetitive thoughts.
You said repetitive thoughts?
Yeah, repetitive thoughts.
Okay.
And most of those repetitive thoughts are negative. So
Negative.
if you're having that many thoughts a day, most of them are negative, what kind of outcome you think you're going to get in your life?
A negative one.
Yeah, probably so.
That's a lot. Hold on. That's a lot of negative thoughts, though. So let's just go. If we're going off of 60,000, and you can go ahead, Journey. I just want to do some calculations. I could tell them exactly out of 60,000 how many negative thoughts that is. But you go ahead.
Yeah, well, yeah, it was just saying that if most of your thoughts are repetitive, which would be 45,000, and most thoughts tend to be negative, which how you can pretty much look around your life and see the accumulation of your thoughts. But if you having that many every day and they're negative, I mean that impacts a lot, like your work, your relationships, your eating habits. I mean, a lot of stuff. It has a great impact on your life. So that's why I kind of was, came at you like, think about what you're thinking about. So it gave some tips about how to change that. So one of them being positive self-talk, which I am a huge believer in it. I'm big about when things do come up negative in my mind, I correct. I'm very mindful about the thoughts that come in my mind. Challenge those negative thoughts. Like when you have something, whatever it is, I'm not good enough, whatever. Challenge that. Okay, well, why do I say that? Especially if it comes to like an assignment or work. If you feel you're not good enough, well, what can make you better? Do I need to study more? Do I need more practice? Whatever that may be. Practice mindfulness, which some people may say meditation, prayer, anything like that. Practice gratitude. And there are studies that show that gratitude can really elevate your thoughts, elevate your mind, your mood. I'm big about gratitude as well. Focus on solutions. Also getting fit, getting in the gym, because exercise, that does affect your brain. I think we talked about that before. And also learn something new. So these are just a few ways where you can kind of challenge yourself to, improve the self-talk, and, get better thoughts or whatever. So
man, that's interesting. Thank you for sharing that.
Yes, I think that's very interesting. Even with the 60,000, when you said, I was like, okay, but just think about getting dressed in the morning, especially for a female. You might be in your head. Right. Do I look right in this? Do I look right in this? Does this make me look fat? Should I change this top? Do this go together? Do this complement my skin? Out of nowhere, that was just 10 thoughts. And so I can understand how it could be
before the
60,000.
Yeah.
Yes. Before you even walked out the door, you didn't had 100 thoughts already.
Right.
That was really good, because you don't think about how much you think about things.
Mm-hmm.
I did that. Think about how you think.
Yeah.
But no, seriously though, that's really interesting. And I think also if you add in your environment, I'm sure that probably may even increase the number of negative thoughts. Like people that grew up in some impoverished areas and be around negative other people and stuff like that. So that's interesting. Thank you so much for sharing that today. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, that was good. I need to work on practicing an attitude of gratitude.
It helps. It really helps. And let me share this with you too.
Oh, come on,
last week, last week I started taking this coaching session, right? And so last week we worked on mindset. And so something that a task that he was me and some more people, but a task that he gave us that I thought was like really, really dope. Is affirmations and gratitude. So what we did, we
say
wrote
that
down.
Again, it went out. Say that again, it went out.
It was a task for affirmations and gratitude.
Mm-hmm.
So what we did, we took a sheet of paper. On one side, we wrote down affirmations, whatever it is that you want to write down. On the other side, we wrote down gratitude and we put it in a Ziploc bag. And so you do that, and every day when you take a shower, you stick the bag on the wall and you do your affirmations and your gratitude while you're taking a shower. You saying it out loud. So I thought it was pretty interesting.
Okay.
Sounds kinky.
No.
Bullshit. Get it here so you can think about what I'm thinking. But no, thank you again for sharing that. Actually, the topic that I was going to talk about today is actually similar to your topic, but in a different way. So I was looking at some things about overthinking in a relationship. I try to get away from so much of just man, woman, or just romantic relationships, just relationships in general. But in this particular topic, I'm talking about in a relationship. So I went to anchorlighttherapy.com, and it's a question that was asked: how do you know if you're an overthinker in a relationship? It says that overthinkers often obsess over past events, conversations, interactions, or events, dissecting them for hours and even days to decipher their meaning. Similarly, they may feel anxious about the future. Plan and specify every possible outcome and potential problem, and visualize worst case scenarios and what ifs. Did y'all get that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I said, dang, am I an overthinker? You know what I'm saying? Because I do find myself sometimes thinking about the what ifs, and I do find myself thinking about the worst case scenarios. And I think sometimes we do look at people's past, me looking at a person's past, looking at what they have going on. Does that create overthinking instead of just enjoying the moment or enjoying the person? Or can you do that without overthinking?
That's a good question. Because I'm sitting here thinking because I felt like I can sometimes be an overthinker.
Why you say that? Like, what do you think makes you do that? Like, what do you say what draws your overthinking?
Okay, like for instance, I guess especially when in dating. So I guess like sending, and I know sometimes in the past I did things like so simple, like I sent a text and you respond like an hour later. So I'm like, oh, is he with someone else? Or,
Yeah. And you know what? They actually said that
I've been there.
They said that's actually a form of relationship anxiety. And I was just looking that up too. This came from verywellmind.com, and it says signs of relationship anxiety. And it says, what does relationship anxiety look like? And so it says signs of relationship anxiety. It says looking for constant reassurance from your partner. So, some of this stuff is like
I should maybe work on
Yes.
It's so many things that we just don't consider when we're talking to people or thinking about entering a new relationship or even reevaluating what we currently have going on. And so I said, dang, this is kind of interesting. So I went further into the article, and I just want to it gives 5 tips to stop overthinking in a relationship. Now, of course, this article is pretty long, so I can't go through everything. So I'm just going to give you guys the titles of what they said you can do. So it says shift from thoughts to feelings. And you can do this by journal, discuss your feelings with a trusted other to better identify how your thought process may be trying to justify your emotions. So basically shift from thoughts to feelings, write them down and discuss them. The next one says to focus on the present moment, accept what you cannot control. Now, I think that's a big problem for a lot of us, accepting what we can't control, because we want to try to in some ways control everything.
Yes.
The third, it says share your concerns with other person. Now, not just some random person. This talks about sharing it with a licensed couples therapist or, somebody that's certified to help get you through those types of situations. The next one, the last 2 is trust yourself and your partner. You have to kind of learn to do that. And don't treat them. This is very good. It talks about not treating them like a villain or treating them like somebody that you're competing against, but rather learn how to trust yourself that that person's not doing something that you may not want them to do, but also trust them. You have to learn to kind of do that. And the last thing, which is obvious, seek professional help when needed. So this article was really good. Like I said, I went into a little bit more, but it's really long. But it's on anchorlighttherapy.com, and it's talking about how to stop overthinking in a relationship. So if you guys want to go ahead.
No, I was just going to add and say I get it when it comes to overthinking in relationships and how they try to make it very specific to relationships because, you know, we might have a job. We don't really care how our job perceives us and if they like us or our family or our friends. We might care to a certain extent. But when it comes to relationships, that level of wanting to be accepted and wondering, well, what they thinking or not only are you thinking for yourself, but you're trying to think for them and understand what's in their brain. So it causes this level of overthinking because you're trying to think for two people sometimes instead of just asking them the question because it's someone that we care about and we just want to be accepted. So we create this level of overthinking by trying to think about what they're thinking about. We already got 60,000 thoughts of our own.
Exactly.
Now you trying to add another 60. Come on now.
I ain't trying to add another one.
But yeah, you guys, like we just want to, today was, I guess it's all about thinking. So yeah, that's what it's about today. So I want to ask our audience as well. Do you think about what you're thinking about? Probably not, because I damn sure wasn't doing it before she said something about it. I had no idea. And also, are you an overthinker in a relationship? Like what gets you going? What grinds your gears? Do you have anxiety? Are you seeking professional help? And if you can hear those birds in the background, they got a song in their heart. I apologize about that. But anyway, thank y'all so much for listening.
Love birds.
Yeah, but you know what? They overthinking. They overthinking. That's what they. Anyway, I am Swaver, and I want to thank y'all so much for tuning in. This is the OpinionatedFactsmgr podcast. I'm joined by my amazing co-host, Journey to Be Great, and Lovejoy, because she's always here. And until next time, y'all, thank y'all. Peace.